Hello and welcome to our EMM Labs PREi Quick Start Guide here on our YouTube channel. In the future, you will find an entire section focusing on all of our EMM Labs and Meitner products, so please subscribe to this channel and click the notification icon so you get alerted when we post new content. The EMM Labs PREi is our reference level preamplifier. Today, we will walk you through the features of this preamplifier. So please have your PREi plugged in, connected to your other source components, and the supplied remote control handy for this walkthrough. When you look at the PREi, you will see the standby on-off button on the lower left, the large contrast-rich OLED display with 5 touch buttons in the middle, and our proprietary volume control on the right side of the front plate. To power on the PREi, please make sure that your main power switch, located by the power receptacle at the back of the unit, is set to on. Next, press the standby button and the PREi will enter its short boot sequence. The OLED display lights up, and following a short message displaying our EMM Labs logo and PREi name, the unit is fully operational and ready to engage. Now let's take a look at the beautiful new contrast-rich OLED display. There are 2 sections. The top, which shows input, volume preset selection as indicated by A, B, and C, and the volume level. The bottom section lists 4 direct access menu items, which are in order: mute, units, to switch between the calibrated decibel volume control from an indicated -68 dB to +6 dB, or the traditional 0 to 100 scale, menu, to select more menu options, and the input switcher. Below the quick access menu items are the 5 corresponding touch buttons as indicated by the 5 dots. To switch inputs on the PREi to select the source you wish to listen to, you simply take a hold of your remote control, and on the input section on your remote or on the PREi itself via the input button switcher, you select inputs 1 through 6. 1, 2, and 3 are the corresponding balanced inputs. 3, 4, and 5 are the corresponding RCA inputs. As we mentioned earlier, our unique volume control on the PREi allows you to select between traditional 0 to 100 level input switching on the volume or the more professional decibel scale. To engage this, you either tap the units menu item on the PREi's front plate, or on your remote control, tap the volume units button. This is done like so. Here we are switched to decibel input. And as you can see, it's a negative scale from -68 dB to +6 dB, fully calibrated in half dB steps. On the regular scale, it is a simple 0 to 100 scale that you will see on the OLED display. Let's take a closer look at the volume presets. One of the unique features of the PREi is our proprietary software-controlled all-analog volume control. Because it is software-based, we're able to offer unique features with our PREi, like our proprietary volume preset feature, which works independently for each of the 6 inputs. To begin, from the factory, the PREi comes with all 3 presets cleared as indicated by the 3 empty volume preset boxes on the display. Let's say that you want to create 3 volume presets for your streamer, 1 at a low volume, 1 at a mid volume level, and 1 at a high volume level. You start by simply selecting the volume level you wish to have the preset set to, and then press and hold the A button on your remote control. It is now indicated by the letter A on the display that you have set your first volume preset. Repeat the same process for letters B and C, and you now have all 3 volume presets saved and ready to use. Keep in mind that these volume presets are set for each input independently, so you can set and select different presets for different inputs. On the PREi, we have also included two separate volume mute functions accessible through the remote control or by tapping the mute button on the OLED display. On your remote control, you would simply tap the mute button as indicated by the highlighted mute display, and your volume is completely muted. Conversely, if you just wish to soft mute your volume, on the remote you would press the soft mute button, and that would be indicated by the soft being displayed on the display. Now let's take a closer look at the menu screen in the PREi. Tapping the menu button on the bottom of the screen opens up the menu screen. From left to right, the options are balance to change the left-right balance of the sound, brightness to adjust the brightness levels of the OLED display, screensaver to engage the screensaver, factory reset, and of course our newest display feature, XZoom UI. You can select each item by tapping the left and right arrow keys, followed by tapping the enter button. First, let's take a look at balance adjustment. To change the balance of your input, select balance and you will see the display enter balance adjustment mode. To adjust the balance, simply turn the volume left or right, corresponding with the center line moving left and right. Once the desired balance is reached, tap the save button, and this balance is now saved for this individual input, in this case RCA2. Keep in mind that like our advanced software-driven all analog volume control, the balance adjustment works independently for each input, allowing you maximum flexibility. Next, let's look at the brightness menu options. There are two choices. You can either select the brightness set to high or normal. Also, there is a display off feature which when you tap will turn the display completely off. The screensaver feature has been added to the display as it is an OLED display and burn-in can occur if the display is left on for extended periods of time or not engaged. To engage the screensaver, simply get into the screensaver menu and tap the change button to engage or disengage the screensaver. Please note that the screensaver will activate after about 50 seconds of not using the PREi through either the buttons on the unit itself or the remote control. Next up, factory reset is, as the name would imply, a complete refresh of the PREi to factory specifications. If, for example, you want to clear all volume presets or balance presets saved for each individual input, you would select factory reset and all settings will return to normal. The final option in the menu is to engage XZoom UI, which is our newest display feature on the PREi. Based on user feedback, we have created this mode to jumbo size the most two commonly used parameters of the display: the input and volume level. Now, even if you're sitting across the room from the PREi, you will be able to clearly see the input and volume level. The feature can also be engaged directly from the PREi's remote control by long pressing the dim button on the top right corner. You can then adjust the brightness level of the XZoom display by pressing the dim button repeatedly until the desired brightness is reached. To revert back to the standard full information display, simply long press the dim switch on the remote. To revert back to the full screen UI from your PREi directly, simply press the middle button under display and you're back into full information mode. This concludes our PREi Quick Start Guide right here on our YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in.